This is the WrestleMania live reactions. We just got off of night one, and I'll be honest with you, I'm with my co-host, John Lesnar.
John Lesnar.
I don't know. That line alone was more entertaining than most of WrestleMania. Man. Oh, what did you think?
It was a one-match show. And even the damn, I just look on Twitter right now. So, which was your favorite match from the night? It was either Undertaker versus AJ, Strowman versus Goldberg, Owens versus Rollins, or Lynch versus Baszler. And 79% chose Undertaker versus AJ Styles.
Yeah, that's the right choice. I don't know why you would have anything else, in all honesty. Like, let's be honest here. Did we really get entertained by Lynch versus Baszler? You know, and I like Becky Lynch. I'm a big fan of Becky Lynch. But what was that match?
Yeah, it was just a lot of disappointment this WrestleMania. It's already bad enough with the crowds, but it was worse. It was worse endings that you would see on a main event.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just really sad. I wish there was like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I wish there was more um what how can I word this? I just wish there was more like excitement, basically. Like, I mean, we all wish there's more excitement and everything, but like, you know, like, think about it like this: we got so many things going on in the world. You know, my life right now is I have to go to work and I have to stay home because of this stupid virus. You know, with everything going on in this world, at least make me forget about that. Make me forget, like, oh, that I had a long ass day at work. You know, I didn't get that. I came home and I saw the Goldberg Strowman match. I got pissed. You know, like, I don't know why they think a show like this wasn't WrestleMania. Wasn't WrestleMania. These were, as John put it during when we were watching it, these were a bunch of live house show matches, basically. And it was named WrestleMania. That's how it felt. You got anything to add, John?
It was just disappointing for a lot of it. It didn't seem like there was much heart in a lot of it. The only ones that stuck out to me was, of course, uh, which was Morrison versus Kofi versus Jimmy, which was a weird match having just three people for the tag titles.
Yeah.
And then the Undertaker versus AJ match. But all the live shows were very botched, were very just non-motivated. And I understand, yeah, with the crowd, but that doesn't mean you have to like mess up. It's like even without the crowd, it's more obvious to see this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then like the finishes, like who thought of these finishes?
Seriously.
Almost every match had a. I already forgot that. I just remember that Elias versus Corbin happened.
And he won off of a roll up. That's honestly the only thing I remember from that match. I don't really remember anything else. Like, I think, like, honestly, other than that, like, I think we maybe saw something else. No, I don't. Oh, there was the guitar spot at the beginning.
Yeah, the first part.
Yeah, literally, the beginning and end is all we remember from that match. Nothing else. That's really all we got to say about that match, too. There's nothing. Alright, let's go into Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Kabuki Warriors. I thought this match was decent. Wasn't the best, but it was decent. Can't complain, I guess. Except there was just one spot where Asuka she basically ran into the turnbuckle and it just looked fake as hell.
And the finish wasn't too strong with Alexa really just missing the entire whole freaking of Kairi Sane and just hitting like her ankles.
Oh my god, that couldn't have been more off. If there was ever a time where like inaudible was needed, that would have been it, I think.
But nothing too impressive. Just ended a terrible reign of champions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking forward to anything with the women's tag team champions. Just because, no offense to women, but I'm just saying, like, how they're booking these tag team championships are terrible.
Yeah, and it's like
they shouldn't have even added them if they were gonna treat it like this.
Like, yeah, it's like a toy that they bought for like a month to play with, and then they just forgot all about it. Like that's how this feels. Like they just kind of given up on that. Like they've given up on like what those titles were supposed to mean. They're over here treating it like, oh, it's a fucking movement. It was a step in progression, which, I mean, yeah, you can kind of treat it like that, but then you have to like follow through on that. You can't just like, arbitrarily like abandon it after like what, a month. And I'm just like, that's just the thing that kind of disappoints me the most. Is like, where did they go wrong? All right, let's get into we went into Corbin and Elias. Becky and Shayna. Oh, Becky and Shayna. What did you think of that?
Disappointing match.
Yeah.
I wasn't very excited for it anyways. I really don't like Shayna Baszler that much. She's very bland to me. And Becky hasn't been on too of a hot streak lately. She's been kind of slowing down. And nothing special. I don't even know how long this match lasted. A few minutes. And another just like roll-up finish where Shayna Baszler didn't even kick out or tried to kick out. It was just like I forgot I'm in a match kind of like thing. And she just won and just walked away almost looking like she was about to cry.
And that kind of speaks volumes, because with how much this match was built, right? And people were crowing about this match and all this stuff. And like almost like back to back with Becky's Mania match, and I'm not gonna compare it entirely, because there were some people who were like deflated by her match at WrestleMania 35 was the previous year. Like, yeah, I can kind of get that, but even then, you could still say it was a good match, like throughout the beginning and middle, and maybe the match could have been, the ending could have been a little bit better. But even then, I'm not like complaining about that. But this, you can't even say it was a good match, because it really wasn't. It's kind of sad, to be honest with you. And for those of you who have watched my show for the longest time and watched my videos, my YouTube channel, you know I'm the biggest Becky Lynch fan, or one of. But like, So like to kind of see her like fall flat in this match, it's sad, to be honest. And then like Shayna Baszler kind of like she was like this badass attacking everybody. You would think she would go on a rampage after this. Instead, she starts weeping and going to the back. Really? I just, I don't know. I feel like my intelligence was insulted watching this. Alright, let's get into the ladder match. I thought the ladder match was amazing, if I'm being honest with you. Amazing compared to the rest of this show. What did you... John,
I thought it was the second best show of the night. It was a good match. I don't know how much of like a build-up there was or anything. Very weird having one person defend the two titles. But it was a pretty good match. A few mess-ups, especially with John Morrison scooting, to get closer for Jimmy, even though he wasn't that far anyways. But he made it look way too obvious that he was scooting up. And but besides that, it was a pretty decent match. It was pretty good, and for what it was. And John Morrison took a nasty bump for the titles.
Yeah.
And it was a little confusing in the end, and a little mistiming. But it was good. It was the second best match.
Yeah. My only, honestly, I don't really have too many problems with this match either. I think the only thing I didn't really like was like John Morrison, he took way too damn long to just get the title so many times, and I don't know if it was a thing of like, he was waiting for Kofi to get up, or, Kofi was taking forever to get up, or, like, I don't know. Because, like, that happened a couple times, too, in this match. Where I just thought, like, man, that's really what it took, like, to get, the titles, and whatever. I don't know. It was still a really good match, though. Like, other than that, like, I thought a lot of the spots were amazing. In my notes, I wrote this one. This was my favorite one, probably. The corkscrew body splash, where, like, he had Jimmy Uso positioned onto a ladder in between the turnbuckles, and he just, like, he went to the very top of the turnbuckle, to the metal part, and then did, like, a corkscrew body splash on him. I thought that was amazing. Alright, John left. Alright, I'll text him right now. His internet must have died, I guess. Who knows? He'll respond later. But, yeah, that was a really good match. Next we had Goldberg versus Braun. 4 power slams, 4 spears, and that was really all the match was. I'll be honest with you. Watching Braun Strowman, or having Braun Strowman as our main champion, not something I'm happy about in the least. I do hope he drops that title pretty soon, because it does kind of suck to see him as champion. Alright. Next we had the Boneyard match. This was match of the night. Great match. Amazing stuff. Honestly, like, I think the one thing I liked, like, was the constant jaw jacking throughout this match. Like, the match started out with jaw jacking, and then it ended with jaw jacking, and like it was amazing. My only quirk on this match, I think, was having AJ apologize at the end, and then the little mannequin hand at the end. But other than that, like, I thought it was really good. It was a really good match. I enjoyed, like, from top to bottom, every single spot was just, like, really fun. I mean, there's not, like, one part where where I have any complaints, if I'm being honest with you. Like, um, like, what's it called? Um, like when the druid surrounded him, I thought that was my favorite part. Um, like with Gal, I thought just the club's part was perfect. I think maybe they should have had that be the only interaction. They didn't really need to be on the rooftop, in my opinion. But other than that, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. The rest of the match, really good stuff though. Like really good stuff. I have no honest complaints again about any of this. I think that um, eventually eventually we'll see a rematch, and I hope that like if we do, which is my prediction, I hope that if we do, we see hey, you're back. What's up, man? Hang on a minute, folks. He's getting his microphone.
So where are you at now?
I was talking about AJ and Undertaker. Did you want to give your thoughts on Strowman and or sorry, did you want to give your final thoughts on the ladder match?
And it was good. It was good. It was part the second best, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Next year on Strowman,
Yeah.
that was a terrible match. I wish Goldberg had one more badass jackhammer in him, but he's a little too old for this kind of stuff. Just such a bad match from spears to like 5 spears, like 5 power slams, and that was it. It was a pointless match, a pointless win, and I don't really care for Braun.
Yeah.
So it was just because dude loses all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Roman comes back and he's gonna beat Braun for that title.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, nothing too special.
Yeah, and honestly, it's funny because like, by the way, you're one shy. He had four. It was four each. But like, um, all I wrote in my notes was four spears, four power slams. That's all this match was. It's like, what the fuck is that? And like, it's just kind of disappointing because it's like you said, he loses all the time. Why did you have him win? Why now? You know, and if you're gonna have somebody take the title off of Goldberg, then anybody else would have sufficed. Anybody else? Why did it have to be Braun Strowman, the man who has like literally no momentum? Like what was it, John? You were telling me about some kid that that said Braun Strowman loses all the time. It's like even if a kid is even saying it, it's like, well then you know you fucked up with Rusev. Or sorry,
With Rusev?
Braun Strowman. Sorry, I'm playing as Rusev right now. But yeah, that goes without saying. You fucked up with Rusev too, but at least I like Rusev. But no, but going back to what I was saying was like, I don't know. I just don't see a point in having Braun Strowman win. It's just kind of like, it's just kind of sad. Because this man doesn't really do anything special in the ring. He sucks. Let's be honest. Are you, let's talk about, AJ versus, let's talk about AJ versus, Undertaker. I did touch on that a little bit.
Okay, so that's the best match of the night and possibly the best match of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Deserved to be the main event of today. I thought it was very good. Two really good people, and then the club. The club was the only negative part of the night, or also the sorry thing. And I would have had AJ as a badass heel wouldn't have said sorry. I would think he would have said maybe like screw you in the end.
Yeah, just
Like
be like,
he-
fuck you.
yeah, like
I mean,
he's
why
like
not?
if he would have said something, you're still an old bitch or something like that, and then he would have like thrown him down. I think it would have been nice. It would have been cool because even though AJ Styles gets beat, he doesn't. He, at least he goes out in a blaze of glory. And then,
Yeah.
but having the club come was pointless. I really dislike the club right now. I think they're good, and if I understand like factions want to work together, but they don't always have to work together.
Yeah,
Let's
like.
see, AJ can do stuff by himself. He
Mm,
had amazing matches by himself, now uh, you know, with the club helping. He beat John Cena on his own.
yeah.
So why does he need for a guy that's like 20 years older
Yeah.
these two other guys when AJ Styles didn't need him? He just came off this big babyface run of being unstoppable, and now he's this chicken heel that makes no sense when he beats these big guys without cheating whatsoever, and then all of a sudden just has to cheat to win. Like, I don't understand that.
Mhm.
And the thing is, it was a good match, though. It was really good. The fake punches were a little funny, but
Huh.
it was like a fun match to watch with very
Yeah.
good, footage. It was like the highest, I think, all the graphics and stuff look all low budget, maybe because they put all the budget in the damn Undertaker versus AJ match or something. It looked like all the budget went in that match. But it was a fun match. It was good with the American Badass. I really did enjoy it. Thought it was fun. Would have took out the club. Just had AJ versus him because everything with just them was gold. Especially with like the hitting him with the shovel and stuff or tackling each other. I thought it was really good. AJ could run with his own. I don't know. He doesn't need help. He's fine. It's you know. I thought it was a good match. Just the club. Get him out of there in 5. It
Yeah.
would have been a lot better than what it was.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I agree with you there. Like, AJ could have fought his own battle, and I get what you're saying in that sense. Honestly, though, I wasn't as bothered by the club being there. My only thing is, I think if they had just the one part with the Druids, I think that should have been it, and then that would have been perfect. But I don't. Personally, my only issue was that they only they basically they had to continue their role. Like they couldn't. It couldn't have like been just the one moment with the Druids and then done. Like they had to, help AJ throughout the match. Like I took exception to, personally, and that's kind of what I was saying when you were gone. I think that like had they just had the one and done, boom, that would have been perfect. And I think they overshot it. Um, to go. Um, also, I'm not too much of a fan of AJ Styles saying sorry. I also would have had that like change with AJ going like "fuck you, Undertaker," and why not? Because they've been dropping the B word so often. It's like, well, why not? um, but yeah. Um, what did you what did you think of AJ sings? Well, you didn't like it either, right?
Oh no, I said like I would have let him say something else. If he was gonna lose, that's the thing. Like I don't. He lost and he didn't pass like the torch to AJ whatsoever. But that's why like having the club and saying sorry kind of ruined that.
Mm-hmm.
Because might as well go out trying.
Yeah.
And AJ didn't really go out trying. Kind of went out just being kind of a joke, sort of. It's not going to hurt him a lot. It's not. AJ's too up there to get hurt. but it would have helped him so much more if he didn't have the club and if he didn't say sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I think that um, I think that he would have benefited a lot more if he just said like, screw you, dead man, you're still
Especially because
coward.
there's so many heels now that are very coward. If you're a heel, you're a coward. If you're a face, you're strong. But
Yeah.
there's no strong heels anymore.
Mhm.
We need at least one strong heel, and I think AJ would be perfect for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree completely. Um, Especially because that's what he was back when in 2016. You know, we were talking about that during the match, or sorry, after the match. We were saying that like, you know, AJ went from like beating John Cena and Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose and all these people, and yeah, he won. He had his moments where he like won off of a shitty finish, but he didn't always need help. He didn't always need the club fighting his battles, or you know. And okay, yes, the club was on Raw, he was on SmackDown, but he didn't always need help from anybody, you know. Um, yeah. But yeah, regardless, I still think it was a match of the night. I thought it was a great match of the night. Um, yeah, match. Honestly, with the rate these these matches are going, I would probably even say match of the year. Potential candidate. It's really good. Um, yeah. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna cut it right here, guys. All right. John and I are tired.
Stay
John's gotta go
tuned
to bed.
tomorrow. We're gonna do one tomorrow as well.
Yes. Alrighty. No buy or
It
sell
might
the
be
week.
even worse.
Might be. But, I mean, neither of us work tomorrow, so. Or, neither of us work Monday, I should say. So it might be the same. Who knows? Alright. Have a good night, guys. And, John, I'm gonna go to bed straight after this, so good night. Hamburger? A cheese hamburger. Okay. Good night.